All right, we're live. I have some keyboards from another recycler. So I labeled this keyboard or recycler haul, but we'll see where it leads. Yeah, I got, it was actually an interesting find, or interesting day of finds. Some of them are repeats, and so we'll start off with those. Let me see if I can get this thing where I want it. Okay, I got 4 keyboards for a total of $8, and a couple of them are pretty nice legacy boards. All 4 are old, I guess, but 2 of them are, I would say, it seems like people value them as prized, so we'll see. I'll show you in a second. So we'll start with this one. What do we got here? It's a 5-pin DIN, and it's unbranded on the front at least, but this is where the badge would go. It's got probably steel plate inside, but still pretty plasticky, I'd say. Plastic on top and bottom. I've seen this, but anyways, this is a Model F. This is a, well, let's not give it away, I guess. Let's open it first because it'll be more obvious when I do that. So let's take one of these guys. Oh, I think I lost the, that's when I lost the, I just gotta get the outer part. So this one, Fujitsu Peerless. So that's Fujitsu Peerless switch type. So it means this OEM of this board is Fujitsu Peerless. I think I lost a stem because I pulled this one off, but I pulled the whole switch top with it. And I lost the stem. That's why it's sitting, or the slider, that's why it's sitting so low and basically not functional without the slider. That's a mistake by me, but I don't know. I'm kind of like, now that I'm slow to learn, but basically all these ones that are rubber dome, I'll probably be getting rid of them eventually, but I might try to find, if I like the case, maybe I'll try to reuse it and do basically some art projects. Like, I know people can buy newer computers, so newer keyboards, so if I spend too much money on an old one, then it's like, what's the point? You could have bought a new one. But so oftentimes I see people liking the old ones that have Cherry MX in them and Alps in them, and sometimes just harvesting those for other keyboards. But I was thinking about harvesting the cases, like reusing the case. So I mean, putting maybe steel plate in there and putting some new switches in there. But I don't know the cost of that, but I'm starting down that journey. And so I think the next, we'll see. This one, since it's unbranded and it's pretty yellowed, you know, maybe I'll keep the keycaps around, but I'm not liking the case as much. Not quite sure why I needed to grab both these, but like I said, it was $8 for 4 total, so $2 each if you average it out. So yeah, it's Fujitsu Peerless. It's kind of trying to see if the font showed anything cool. Not really. Here's the model number. That's one of the reasons I grabbed it, is because it was different than what I had already. This is a FKB4725, and I have sitting over there and a Fujitsu FKB4700, and I also have an Epson that's got Fujitsu Peerless in it, so it's an OEM by Fujitsu, but I couldn't tell the model number. I didn't see it, Fujitsu model number anywhere inside. So we're on. We'll do some labeling. I left off on 35, so I'm going to label this one 36. And then we'll move on to the next one. Okay. So let's see, 30. Oh, actually, I'm gonna move the cursor down and type a 36. Let's print it. I forgot though, I think I'm on the fat stuff. Yep, shoot. So that one's dead. I should have checked first. I don't know if I have to turn it off or not first, but we'll take put the smaller cartridge in. And we are 3/8 inch, and make sure our font is the biggest one. It is. And now we can print. Yeah, you know, as I start to get more and more keyboards, I already can tell there's a few I would get rid of, and this would be pretty high on that list, but mostly it's all the rubber dome ones, unless I can see a compelling reason why I shouldn't. Not that they actually feel that bad. Like the Epson one I really enjoyed for having Fujitsu Peerless, and the keycaps had some pretty cool colors on them. It had blue for the numpad, and enjoyed that. And I used that for about a week, a couple months ago. So there's that's the first of two Fujitsu Peerless. And let me see if you can guess how I know this one's Fujitsu Peerless. Well, it's because it's branded Fujitsu. That's kind of cool. Yuck, this is some junk there. This one actually is like a PS2 cable. The cables, they both had kind of nice cables and cords on them that weren't too stretched out, so that's kind of good, I'd say. This one's a little dirtier, but I was going to say it goes a little heavier, but I could just be imagining. So one thing I'm going to do is weigh these and see if they actually are any different from each other. So let's flip it over and let's get the model number. And again, shocker, it's, even though it's PS2, and the other one's 5-pin DIN, this is also an FKB4725. I believe the other one was -001, this one's -501. I'll have to look up more stuff and see, you know, PS2 I suppose coexisted with 5-pin DIN, but maybe in general you'd probably think that the PS2 ones would be newer than the 5-pin DIN, but I suppose that doesn't have to be true. See if I can remove the sticker to get at more meaningful numbers below it. Could use some tweezers, I guess, but let's look at this again. Yeah. See if we can get a focus going here. 4725, yeah, has a serial number that we can kind of read now. Something V254671. Let's see what the other one looks like. Come on, get into focus. There we go. Oh, that says a 101, and the other one's a 501, and M307. This one's not an M, it's something V, whatever. Okay, so differences in the serial number. Part number on the one we're looking at is N860. The other one starts N860. Yeah, 4725-T101. Oh, this one says T501. Oh, the other one does. Okay. Well, one thing I wanted to see is the weight. I was saying last time that I can kind of, when you pick up the keyboards, it's almost like generationally they were heavier and then they got lighter and lighter and lighter over the 2 or 3 decades, and so you can kind of tell by the weight what generation it is almost, but let's use my scale. This goes up to 11 pounds. I can also switch it to metric. Okay, it's already been zeroed out. I don't know if we'll be able to read it though when I put this on there. Yeah, I guess we'll include the cable because we can't really take it off, but it says 58 ounces. That's not great. How about, let's toggle the units. ML, I thought it would be grams. Oh, pounds and ounces, okay. 3 pounds, 10 ounces. And grams, 1,648. So that's all we get. So 3 pounds, 10 ounces, or I think 1.65 grams. Let's remember that. Let's swap it with the other one. Yeah, the other one I think was 1.649. This one's so 1.634 grams. This one's a little lighter, and it should be lighter than 3.1 something pounds and ounces. This one's 3.9. The other one was 3.10. Yeah, this one's lighter. So it's lighter by 15. Just like, let me get over to grams. 1,634. I don't know how this works, but anyways, this is 1.635 or 6, and the other one is 1.649. So 14 something less than a gram, I would think, but milligram, 14 milligram difference. This one's lighter, so according to my theory, it would be newer, but it's lighter in spite of having a 5-pin DIN. I don't know. So relatively, 14 milligrams is not much difference, I guess. So I'd say they're basically the same weight. That's the answer I'm coming up with. I'm declaring. Yeah, it's 0.1 of an ounce or something, so it's tiny. Okay, so let's set that aside, and oops, I needed to label the Fujitsu one. So if I was going to keep one, this one's dirty right now, but I'm assuming I've cleaned up many before, or getting to be many now, but keyboards. But so this one might be nice to keep just because it's got the Fujitsu logo. I think that adds a little more weight than when it's an OEM, but to me it does anyways. But still, rubber dome, so who cares, kind of. But so this one's 37. That was $2 keyboard number 2. I'm going to declare that it's amortized over all of them. It's kind of a dumb story, but basically they're setting aside the older ones for me, the beige ones, and most of them are crap rubber dome from USB era, but I've gotten good finds each week actually, and there's the black ones that are modern, they're selling for $1, and so in order for me to talk her into saving the beige ones, I said you can sell them for more and people would probably buy them, and so they're pricing them at $5, but not all the staff knows, not all the stickers are on everything, and so I don't alter anything, I just go up with whatever it says, and so like 2 had $5 stickers and the other 2 had nothing, and they charged me $8 because they're too lazy to even move the keyboards around to see. All they saw was one sticker and they didn't see the other one, so it was $5 for one and $1 for the other 3, and 2 of which that didn't have stickers. Here's one of them. Let me get the cable unwound. It's a PS2. So I haven't had one of these before myself, but I guess I'm excited a little bit because I know people kind of mention the old logo Dell, and I haven't read up why, since I didn't have one. But then it was also a nice surprise to, I guess, see that it's alps switches inside, so not double shot, cheap and crappy. So this is, I mean, it's sturdy, but the plastic is pretty cheap and hollow sounding. So I don't know what to think. This is my first one, but hey, it's an alps board, so I suppose I could, you know, swap different types of alps and color them, or different colored ones. So it's a ready-made alps board, I guess, is probably why it's popular. And it's, like I said, it's not flimsy like to torque it like this, but the plastic is, you know, not great. It's the cheapest form, it feels like. You know, not double shot. It is interesting. I haven't had one before. I haven't looked up what black alps are. And it's not clicky. I don't think it's linear, so it feels like the tactile bumps at the top. It's got medium travel, is what it feels like to me. It's just my guesses. I'll look it up later and see if it matches what I just said. It's pretty clean, you know. I gotta say, that's nice. It's so plasticky, probably because it's in the Windows key era, and it was a straight 6 foot PS2. Let's flip it over and see what we got on the back. There are model numbers and stuff. Okay, so what's it say up here? Keyboard model AT101W. So W is probably for Windows key, I guess. And anything down here? Not really. Okay. By the way, improper or prolonged keyboard use may result in injury. Keep that in mind. Part 4, 1990, FCC compliant. So we could look up GYUM90SK. Let's do that and see, just for grins. Let me switch to this window and try to get flipped over to something useful. FCC ID. And let me shrink this over. And I'm going to type in GYUM 90SK. See what we get. So we get a application form. Shirley Cole is the engineer. This isn't what the answer I was used to seeing here. Where's my answer? Here it is. OEM, by Silitek Corporation -GYU Taiwan. So I guess Dell OEM their alps boards from Silitek. I think I've seen that on Desk already, but it might be the first Silitek thing I've ever gotten. And it says 1997, like June 13th, 1997. So yeah, it's on the newer end, right? So let's flip back to overhead. And you can see that it's got 3 channels. I don't know if people like that or not. It's feeder. Wow. Oh, never been opened. Alright, they work. What do we got here? These pads, yeah. Well, it's my first Dell 101. I don't know if that's, I'll have to look up more research because I've heard people muttering about them, but maybe they're probably talking about older than this one, but it is an alps board, so I can't complain. If I look over there, I'm going to print out a 38 label. If I look over there at Alps, I have an Apple that has salmon Alps. I have a Northgate OmniKey with Alps SKM white. What else do I have? I have another Apple extended that's Alps SKM cream damped. scope of that's all my alp switches that I own so far. Well, now we can add this guy to the mix with Alps Blacks, which I guess I'll have to read about that, but like I said, the date's so late that I doubt they're any good, but I don't know, I'm gonna read about it. Yeah, and make up my own mind, right? Alright, it's clean. It doesn't look like it's been used. The keycaps are... it's been used, but still, I didn't spill any cokes on it, looks like. Okay, and keyboard number 4. It did have a price that was charged me $1. And before I do that, let's weigh this Dell since we've got scale out today. Let's do the Dell weigh-in. I think 1649 was the heaviest, 1636 was the next one, and this one's 1544, so it's lighter than the Fujitsu's. And I'm going to show you what the next one is. I guarantee it's heavier. It is a Model M. Not bad for $1, huh? Let's weigh it since we got the scale out here. If I can get the cable on there. 2093. 500, half a gram. Or, I guess not quite. Yeah, 900 and some milligrams. Almost a gram heavier. All right. Let's look at this bad boy. Oh gosh, darn it! I lost another. I had them all. I could have swore I had all the keycaps. Shoot, no, I'm missing one. This one was missing, and I found it at the place. I didn't notice this one, but I think I'm supposed to have it. I'll have to look around in my car or something. Shoot. Oh well. Chances, there's also a chance when I go next week it'll still be there. Oh, that sound. You hear that? Twang, twang. It's a lovely sound. It's a 2-piece cap, as you know, because I'm missing that one. But, of course, we have good old buckling spring. The usual stuff here. Let's see, I didn't pay attention to what angle they go in here. And it looks like the slope goes on the front. ASDF. I'm a door typer, but I still remember. Man, that feels good. It sounds good, and just super lightly used. Wow, it's gorgeously clean. As you saw, man, I gotta find that keycap. It's a bummer. PS2. Let's look at the dates. What do we got? Manufactured for IBM by Lexmark. It's kind of a mess back here. I don't know if we can find what we need. It says 1984. There's a part number 92G7453. Yeah, ID number. Something about Canada. Anyways, I'm gonna look at. This is very clean. I'm happy about that. I have another Model M, and I also have a Battleship Model M. It's from 87. I'm gonna get out the other Model M and let's compare it. Also in good condition. Oh, this one was a terminal. No, it's PS2 as well. Okay, but the cable is all. It made me think it was a terminal. It's kind of a flat ribbon cable. But let's see if. Oh, this is just different. No, part ID. Okay, it looks similar, I guess. But let's see what we got. By Lexmark, 1984, and it's the Model M from Made in USA, May 16th, 1994. So this one, I thought maybe it would say similar, maybe that would help us to decipher what else it's saying here, but it doesn't say made in on this date, I don't think. And let's see, maybe you guys can read better than me. Canada, let's see, plot number, ID number. I mean, that one smeared line, the second smeared line has B/95, or maybe it's a number /95, so that could be the manufacture date. I don't know. Well, it's a nice board. Does the other one have a speaker? Yeah, this one doesn't have a speaker. This one's got a speaker on the back. I don't know what that means. And the feet look the same. The cable is here on this one, but it's on the other side on the other one. So, pardon me, I have to go answer the door. Citizen, I love it. Congrats. Okay. One thing we could do for fun is, I would say, I like the clean line of this instead of that sort of speaker area looked plasticky on the other one. One thing would be fun is to swap. Basically, I can steal from any other one. So if I like the other one more, I can, basically I was trying to read this keyboard's keycap real quick. Of course it would work if I wanted to. I don't know, something about it is keeping things, I like keeping them in their natural state. I don't need to rate it right now, but I can do it later. So where are we at? Pretty good haul though for $8, I would say. So this is a $1. This was actually $1 is what they charged me for this. I'll take it any day of the week. So we're on 39. 39. So that's my third IBM. So let's see. How did I get the other model? So I ordered a battleship. There was in December. I was wanting to try out eBay, so I kind of was bidding, and I had actually some pretty great experiences. Like some stuff was sitting there, and no one was bidding on it. So I came in with a low offer, and so one of them that I'm happy about, extremely happy about, is there's this one that was a Japanese terminal called the Telecomet. It's in some of my other videos. It I think it was listed for 400 plus 75 shipping, and so I just threw in an offer of, I don't know, 100 or something, and the person started interacting, and so he ended up letting me buy it for like 150 plus this, or no, 140 plus 70. I don't know. Somehow it was, I think it was like 200 total with the shipping, so maybe it was 125. I don't know, but it was a, and so I was like, is that too much? Well, man, DMA just helped. I tore it down. I cleaned every part. The case cleaned up. It looks like it's from the Jetsons. It looks like George Jetson loaned me his keyboard. It's amazing. And DMA did all the hard work inside with its common sense and module and some soldering for me, and it's been working. And I used it at work all day today, and I'm just so happy with it. It's like definitely a prized piece in my collection. So that was one eBay purchase. Another was, since I didn't know if I'd ever get any of these IBM, like a battleship, I bought one off eBay for like $50 or something. And then I think one of my recycler places, I picked up a Model M like a month later, and it's a nice one. Well, you just saw it actually, and then I got this one today for $1. So and the other one was $2. So you know, I should be patient and not spend money on eBay, because they may turn, stuff just turns up. You'd be amazed. Anyways, that's it for this recycler haul video. I'm gonna start another video if I feel like doing something, and I might do another tear down on some rubber domes. Part of it, I'd want to document some stuff on Desk Authority, so maybe I'll tackle all these Fujitsu ones and then be done with them. Yeah, because they have like little tiny sliders in them that I've already dealt with before, so I don't really need to feel the pain of that or try to clean them. I just want to, I'll probably just take pictures and document them, but I don't know yet. I'll see what's coming up next. So these are blue label, so I guess that's not as old as the gray label, but still really great shape. It's a pleasure to type on. Gotta love it. Alright, thanks for watching. It's kind of a joke because nobody's watching. But information's information. I feel like maybe some people might have one and wonder what's inside on some of the teardowns. They don't have to take it apart themselves. They can just see, or know, prior. You can see, maybe my video will help someone with whatever they're doing. Alright, bye-bye for now.